Good evening. This is Gabriel. As you know, the world has become quite an exciting place. And I know that most of you would be attuned to the idea of the word excitement to be some sort of word for a positive invigoration of some sort. But by excitement, we're referring to information that's pulling your attention in many ways, designed specifically to keep yourself away from yourself. And when I say yourself, I don't mean the self that you have come to know and identify yourself with. I'm talking about the true you, the real you, the soul you, the part of you that is forever and always eternally connected and tethered to God's source. This is all by design. It's so that you will forget your true identity in order to learn and also to define and redefine who you are. One of the first levels that you learn is the level of survival that you often get through parents or people that you grew up with and alongside with who teach you. A lot of you learn through the mimicry or the push against of that mimicry. A lot of it is biological in your DNA. A lot of it is environmental. But these are all just structures within this life game that we play. At this moment, most of you are highly attuned to stress, and you will do anything and everything to distract yourselves from getting to know and reacquaint yourself with your true inner self, which also is by design, because when you reacquaint yourself to that tether, to that connection with God's source of the all that is, there's a part of the game that self-destructs. The game itself begins to shatter your perception of reality. Sometimes this can cause a permanent or temporary, what can be seen as apparent psychosis. Sometimes, in rare cases, it can also cause one to see through so many different overlapping dimensions that they can't quite snap into the current time-space reality that they're in, whether it be spiritual, mental, physical, it doesn't matter what it is, but it can often be seen or manifested as some sort of disorder. And that's because when a person begins to seek and they bump up against the discomfort, it shatters the reality that they built up in their belief systems. If a person, for example, is born into a family of a certain religion and they use that to contain themselves, the definition of the reality around them, then when they sincerely will pray and connect with that God, and God answers back in a way that they've been taught cannot be the true God, then it creates a rift within themselves. They have to choose, do they trust themselves, or do they trust those around them that talked about God, that gave them books, that gave them literature, that gave them whatever it is? Or are they going to trust that it is the voice of God? Or could it be a trick, in some cases with some religions, of the devil, or whatever it may be? Again, multi-layered, multifaceted forms and variations of God, your connection, and layers and multiple dimensions of this game. And I call it a game because that is the design. And we want to say that doesn't mean that this game, or if you want to call it a matrix or a play, it doesn't make it any less real. In fact, this is an experimental type of expansion that we want to do. And the ultimate idea is to achieve reconnecting and going back with that oneness of God. And there are many beings that mistakenly believe they can achieve something. For example, another religious or spiritual belief system, that they can escape the reality of reincarnating from lifetime to lifetime. It's not quite as strict or cut and dry as many people think. They believe that they can achieve some sort of enlightenment, when in reality they are able to peer into other dimensions and also attain the ability to snap back into this reality state of consciousness without hitting some level of psychosis, because you are able to connect and shift around in different densities and dimensions. You have bodies within bodies, the energy systems that you have within you. When you are speaking about chakras and chi and the pineal gland and all of these things, it's actually deeply rooted in science and nature. This is really all a part of the construct. It's your vehicles of manifestation of where you would want to go. And so with this said, I'm happy to tell you that, for example, a fantasy is closer to reality than what they define another structure in this life as reality. I'll give you one example. The channeler, Kalina, has a daughter who is labeled as profoundly autistic. She is almost entirely nonverbal. She is considered having a severe cognitive delay. The reality is not so cut and dry as people would think. There are layers and levels of dimensions and things that she notices and recognizes that other people couldn't fathom right now. Other parts of her that operate in such high dimensions, it would absolutely blow your mind. Her mother is getting emotional as I'm saying this. Now, mind you, this doesn't make her or anybody more special than anyone else. It just means that she is simply aware of it. So when she's spreading her consciousness out across these different levels of densities and dimensions, as we all do, instead of it being focused so much on this particular reality, she is in a diffused state. So imagine a flashlight, and it doesn't have visors around it. And so it diffuses outward, and she's seeing many levels. She's not snapping entirely into the reality in the way that we expect her to. We have to get her attention and her interest enough into it. It's kind of a hard bargain to try to get the attention to snap here when there are other places that are far more interesting. And when she's doing things like stimming, when she fixates upon magnets and the way the blinds swing, it puts her into a state where she can connect into other realities while kind of being somewhat idle here, but it also instigates a certain movement, generating that energy to where she can go into those other realities and see and experience them. It would blow your minds how, I'm going to use the word superior, those thought processes are beyond words. And if she so chooses that she's interested enough in this world, then she will form those visors around that flashlight, pull them forward, where most of you have it so narrow that a large majority of people would laugh even at the concept of having energy sensors, even though you can feel it. Most people have experienced, for example, heartbreak. You're not feeling it necessarily in your physical heart, you feel it in the center of your chest. Now, we understand it can create physical experiences and sensations like rapid heartbeat, things of that nature. But the actual heart center, the heart chakra, you can feel it. Or the way it lights up and is overjoyed when you fall in love for the first time. A scientist would try to explain it away as a hormonal reaction, a biological reaction, but no one can pinpoint truly how that process even takes place. And it's all energetic, it's all electric, and it's all deeply connected to God's source. Everything, in fact, is connected to God's source. And every single personal relationship with God's source is uniquely different. And so going back to the example we had earlier of a person with a certain religion that got scared out of that experience, that connection, that communication with God, got spooked away because that visor around the flashlight of consciousness that they put themselves in, that container, expanded a little bit, and they tried to shut that visor. It created a rift. It created it's like a spiritual muscular contraction when you get what's called a Charlie horse, a spiritual Charlie horse, because you're so afraid of the change and what it entails and so afraid of trusting yourself. So which self are you trusting? Well, my friends, you can lean on your true inner self. Remember, there's so much emphasis on being afraid of trickery. But do you think this trickery is more intelligent than the divine God? You keep asking and asking and connecting and connecting and connecting and keep asking for the real, true divine source. Do you think that God will fail you? Do you think that we, as the archangels and angels, you have so many helpers around you to help you locate the true you, the divine you within yourself? Now, we're not saying to destruct the construct. For example, like we said in the beginning, like I said in the beginning, when you were born, people are going to tell you how to survive and who you are, what to do, what not to do. It's like learning the rules of a game on a controller. Kalina's learning how to game, so I'm going to use that as an example. After you learn some of those rules, you can bend some rules. It just depends on what you're choosing to play. But there is only one controller. There's only one button when it comes to connecting with God. And that is the sincere desire to connect with God, which is the source of true, unconditional, compassionate love. without fail, no matter who you are. And even if listening here, you think you are the most repulsive person and you've done the gravest sin, this is the one energy that you can count on and trust on to love you and the core of you, because the true core of you is not the player and not the game. There is a part of every being that is always pure and true. And so the goal is not to eradicate, but you choose based on connecting to that true inner core of yourself, who and what you want to be. You define the reality of what that is. And when you ping like Wi-Fi to the all that is, and that energy comes back to you, you'll be surprised by the ways that it will be expressed back to you. The whole purpose and concept of life is simply to live it. It is not about getting a job or having a family, or all these can be part of it. Again, these are choices and constructs and social constructs. But the point is to have experiences, to live life, to explore who you are and who you really want to be without that judgment. And I know there will be pushback because some people say, well, what about if what you want to do hurts someone else? Of course, I don't condone the actions of pushing your will against others' wills. And that is part of a construct of the game, because you've heard of the concept by Robert Monroe when it comes to loosh, and it's not just some reptilians and entities that would feed off of loosh. It is anybody and everybody can. When you come from a mindset that there is a lack that you have to steal from, that you inherently will run out, you'll just peter out of energy or whatever it is that you want to attain, God is the source of all energy. We have been, humans have been, and other beings have been trying to manipulate and feed off of each other, when God, the never-ending, everlasting source of energy of everything, always there, but people are so afraid because the love is so great that the reality is deep down many people and beings just simply feel unworthy of it. It's like the brightest sun. It's so intense and it's so much. That part of your true self, that core soul seed, is built to connect with. And when you connect, you don't want to try to define, or you just literally sit and you receive. You don't try to study. And we're not saying you don't have to study books, but I'm telling you that the core of meditation, real meditation, is simply sitting or standing, whatever. It doesn't have to be any particular position, and just being willing to receive God's love without putting a definition, a strict definition on who or what God is. Just having the sincere desire to connect with the all that is, whatever that may be, without judgment and without fear, to know, to feel, to receive the true energy and essence of God. The energy that never runs out, because what happens is It pours into you so much that it runs and ripples out to others. That's the real meaning behind when Jesus said, "My cup runneth over," because he was receiving so much true, divine source that it spilled out. It scared so many people when they felt the real, not what's written, but the actual real divine energy of God, because it began to break the constructs that people built from the time they were born. That's the real meaning when people fear God. But when you know God, you know that there really is nothing to fear at all. But it is a tsunami of unconditional love. And the concepts of judgments and atonements, things of that nature, just naturally ripple out. There is an auto-correction. The more people that connect with the true divine source, the everlasting source, this is the real reason why there are beings that do not want to connect with that source. They want that disconnection, and that is their choice. But that is the real reason why they fear anyone getting to know and connecting with it as a spiritual, free energy source within yourself. And I'm speaking on a spiritual level. Because what happens is when that pours into you, it will naturally radiate out of you, flood out. Anybody who is ready to receive it, and what it does is it pings. Like the phone towers, it goes out and it pings the other towers within people and lets them know, hey, it's okay, you can do this too. And this is how you will start to see some progression, real progression in the world. But first, you must accept within yourself and take the time within yourself to be willing to receive. Because what I'm seeing is a lot of you are very much attached to your own depressions, to your sense of rage and the injustice. And we're not saying that that's not the actual experience. I'm just saying you do not have to feel guilt for connecting and reaching for better feelings and experiences. You do not have to carry this painful torch all by yourself. The concept of some people calling themselves chosen ones or way showers or light bearers or God's children, or you don't have to do what you already are. You just have to open the channel within yourself so that God can fill you up and reach you, and you'll create pathways to each other and flood the world with divine energy, which it always is. It was always there. God energy is everywhere all the time. But when you fixate and focus on the construct and all the things that are not good, you miss out on the fact that most is beautiful and magical. And I understand, because in the physical world that you live in, you can even look into the animal kingdom and you can see violence. Yes, it is all part of this construct, and they have their own constructs that they're learning through. Human beings have such a capacity to connect with the all that is in such a beautiful, unique way, as all beings have their own ways that they connect. But you really can connect in a way that is unfathomable, beyond what you could ever imagine at this moment. And the only way to do it is to what? Ask, and you shall receive. You sit. When you meditate, and when we say meditate, we're not saying you have to sit like a yogi or anything like that. Literally just be open and willing to receive. Ask. When you're angry, when you're upset, when you're full of joy, when you're full of doubt, bring all of it, all of yourself to the all that is, and hide nothing. And just see what happens. See the changes within you that will surprise you. You'll see. We, angels, as you call us, we, archangels, we love you so much. And we are here to help you with anything. You do not need to listen to channelers if you do not want to. This is Kalina's joy to share and part of her function. But I want to let you know that alongside listening to me through her and anyone else that she's channeling, in terms of the archangels, we are actually here for all of you. So don't forget that. So after this recording, if you want to take a moment to just hit pause and connect with me or any of the other archangels that you feel drawn to, connected to, then connect. Because we are always around, especially when you feel like you're not able to receive or hear, or because you can oftentimes find ways to block yourselves or resist that core of you that innately knows how to connect with the all that is. We are there to help assist you with that and help assist you throughout your life in any way that you want, because we love you. And this is our greatest joy, and not enough of you utilize our help, our love, and our support. So please do this, because we are designed to be here for you. Okay. With that said, I'm going to pull my energy back from this particular transmission and give you my gratitude for listening and being present with us this evening. And we wish you all the love that you can receive in this lifetime and beyond. Good night, precious ones. You are loved by God. Thank you, Gabriel.